Okay, took a second for OBS to work, but we've got a green box and a live counter ticking up, so hopefully that means we are live very soon, will be. And that means welcome back to the Storytime Network, where instead of Fuzzy and I playing some sort of game, Jack and I are going to be doing some rankings related to anime.
A ranking of things, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I wish Bobby was on this tier list. He would definitely be an S tier.
Oh yeah, God, I have I have joined the cult of the second ranking of King's OP. So fucking
So
good.
fucking.
Not to mention, God, the fucking music video for the full version of the song is so good as well. Because it's full of animation for the show. Like
Oh, it's such.
it mixes in the opening's animation with other stuff as well, and it just looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we're gonna have to hold off on the gushing about ranking of kings because up first, it is anime protagonists. We have about 100 of the suckers. Not all of them. We don't know all of them, but we know a fair chunk of them. Um, the ones that we don't
We
know
know
will.
enough of them to make. Yeah, we know
But
enough of them to make a semi-comprehensive tier list.
yeah, um, and gonna say right now, there are some of these that I have not watched the anime or read the source material. Still gonna rank them as long as we know who they are. I say we can rank them.
As long as we have a decent understanding of who they are and what their role in the story is and how they play out.
Mm-hmm.
And what at least one of us apiece has checked out most of these.
Check out a decent number of them. So we might as well get started. We do have a second tier list in case this doesn't take the full 2 hours. It
Ours.
is ranking anime OPs, which you'll just have to take our word on it because we're not playing the OPs because that's an easy way to get copyright struck.
Yep.
But we'll see if we have time for that or not. Up first, Lagoon, Overlord. I've not watched Overlord.
Overlord is not too bad. I don't I hesitate to place him higher than B, but I also hesitate to place him lower than C.
So B, basically, is what you're saying.
I'd say C. I'd say C.
Okay.
Largely because I only watched the first season in full, so I can't really give like a
Mm.
comprehensive look at his character. But from what I've seen, he's somewhere in the B to C range,
Yeah.
and he might go up or down depending on. He might have gone up or down depending on if I've watched more of the show, but right now he's a good baseline overall for the tier list,
Mm.
and have placing him at about the average seems like a good idea.
Mm. All I really, I think I've watched maybe the first episode of Overlord at my university's anime society. So I really don't know that much about him. What I do know is he in the dub he's voiced by Chris Guerrero, who did the voice for Giro in DBZ Abridged.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I think he was one of the first to actually get like legit dub casting
Yeah, I think it was cast to play Moria in One Piece.
as well. Yeah. So up next, I know it starts with an A. I don't know much more than that.
Akane, I believe. She's from
Kane.
what was it? Shit. Psychopaths.
Aha. I've got
I
Mal
really
up
like
and I'm
her.
just, searching them in when we get them. Akane Tsunemori. Yeah, that looks about right. Voiced by Kana
I'd
Hanazawa.
say, B tier. She's pretty good.
Bite. Cool. Now, Margie. Try to remember his. Aladdin? Yes.
Aladdin.
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 Aladdin?
Sorry, I have some brain rot. Don't worry about me.
Yes, Aladdin. Um, I quite like him from what I've seen. I've not seen much of Maki. But
Aladdin is one of the best parts of the series, honestly.
mm,
He's a really fun character. And he can be a little shitty brat sometimes, which is really funny.
I mean,
I'd say a B tier.
yeah. I mean, what I as I said, I've watched. I think I've watched the first two episodes. Again, a lot of my experiences with some of these have come from my university's anime society, where we watch like just an episode or two of something of 3 shows a week. Or back when I was part of the university, I did that. So I do remember that, but I've also believe I've watched an AMV where he gets to be pretty badass. Just beats down somebody's circular shield with his little staff.
He's great.
In some sort of arena. Above or below Akane?
Let's put him above Akane.
Okay.
Akane unfortunately does not have a magic genie at her beck and call.
Yeah. Again, I don't recognize this person.
I think he's the protagonist of D. Gray Man. I don't really remember much of that show, so let's put him in don't know.
I mean, let's just check. Would fit with.
I think it's Alan or something.
Alan Walker? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Alan Crown Clown, God's Joker, Beansprout, Short Stack Walker. Okay.
Are those his nicknames or some shit?
I guess so. They are in quote marks between his first and second name.
That's a lot of epithets.
Yeah.
It should go for a simple epithet, like Straw Hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't
looks
know him.
about accurate. Let me check the anime picture to see if it's any different, or if we can see. Oh, that wasn't helpful, was it? Yeah, I think that's him. Ash Ketchum.
A tier.
Or Satoshi, whatever the fuck it is in the Japan. Now you say A tier, but it took him a long time to win anything.
Yes, but he is one of the iconic anime protagonists for all people of our generation.
This isn't a iconic anime tier list. This is a best.
Fine, we'll put him in B tier.
I don't really care. I'm just shitting because I find it funny to put him down for the fact that he took him 20 years to win anything.
Yes.
I'll put him in A tier. It's fine.
Okay.
It just amuses me It also amuses me the fact that he is the epitome of those shitty ads that want fresh graduates with like 10 years experience.
Yes.
Asta.
Yeah, next up is Asta. I think he's a pretty good A tier.
I would say so, yeah.
I'd put him above Ash, though.
Would I, though? That's the question. I do like Asta. He's very good, but my enjoyment of Black Clover has waned a tiny bit. So, certainly as a result of, the end of the elf arc.
Well, is it because of Asta or is it because of other things?
It's a good question. It wasn't really Asta's fault. My enjoyment of Asta is,
on him?
My enjoyment of Asta is probably as high as it's been. So yeah, I'll stick him above. We should point out though that the sub voice is still horrible.
Mm-hmm. Also, we're probably going to have to reshuffle a lot of this when we get to the end, depending on how the tier list shakes out.
Probably. But yeah, if you're gonna watch the Black Clover anime, do it dubbed. Dallas Reed is fucking superb as Asta.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely superb. Now who's this fucko? I'm gonna guess Bungo Stray Dogs.
I'm guessing that too, yeah. I just haven't watched Bungo Stray Dogs, so...
Not yet. It's on my list, but I haven't quite gotten to it yet. This does look like it might in fact be, yes, Atsushi Jinko Man-Tiger Nakajima.
Ah.
The protagonist of the series, Atsushi, can transform into a white tiger, which is capable of healing itself over any wounds. However, he initially has no control over this ability. Cool.
Fascinating.
And he is based on a Japanese author from 1909 to 1942.
That tracks.
And he dislikes himself. Cool.
Ouch. That's
Over
rough.
Do we want to rank him, or do you think we don't know enough?
We don't know enough.
I'm happy to rank him based on the fact that he can turn into a tiger.
Yeah, but we really don't know enough about him outside of that. I don't think it's really we know really almost nothing about his role in the narrative or how he is as a character.
That's fair, I guess.
So we can put him in don't know because none of us really are
Mm-hmm.
familiar with him. I'm familiar with this little guy though,
Yeah.
Bel Cronell. I'd say he could be the guardian for the B tier for now.
Is that top
The
of B
bottom of
tier,
B.
bottom of B tier?
Yeah.
I like
Well,
I like his design, but I've just not really seen a lot from how to pick up a girlfriend in a dungeon.
You can just call it Don Machi. It's easier that way.
Danmachi. I forgot the Danmachi bit is the thing.
Oh, Boruto.
Actually, no. We will leave trash tier for the truly awful ones. Boruto's just a fucking idiot and kind of shit.
So F tier.
Yeah, he's not
He
going
deserves
any higher than F tier, but he doesn't deserve to be trash.
Oh, we will get to that fairly soon.
Oh, very soon, yes. So then we get Deckham from Death Parade.
I'm leaving this up to you because I haven't watched Death Parade.
Yeah. I would put him in B tier. It's been a while since I've watched Death Parade. I do remember really enjoying it, even if it kind of hurt my brain at times.
That tracks.
I wonder if it's the choice for protagonist that I would have made, because Deckham certainly is one of the protagonists, but what's her face? Let me check her name. I'm going to be doing a lot of checkings of names because I've got to purge names pretty, often to make space for new seasonal stuff. The black-haired woman. I wonder if she's actually more of the protagonist than Deckham is, but not our choice to make, because if it was our choice to make, Koro Sensei wouldn't be there and Nagisa would. Nagisa would be going S tier. And you wouldn't be able to stop me.
No, because you're literally controlling this.
Yep. What would you say the plus points of Akane is? Or are?
It's been a while since I watched Psychopaths, but I think it's like her strongest point is her sense of justice and integrity against a system built on an at best flawed, if not outright cruel sense of justice.
I'll put Deckham between Bell and Akane then.
Okay.
I think he's definitely a good protagonist. He's not, as I said, he's not necessarily the one I would have picked for the series. But I also just don't remember enough from the series to really make a full judgment. Then we get Ed.
Edward Elric is an easy S tier for me.
I say yes, but with a caveat of his dub voice actor is the worst.
Yeah, fuck Big Mignana.
I will put him in S tier, but I will say that the dub Vic Mignana has kind of ruined Full Metal Alchemist for me.
Oh, ouch. I'm sorry. You can watch it subbed if you want.
I know, but there's so many other fantastic performances in the dub. And
Yeah.
honestly, I tried to read the manga sometime in the last year or two, and I just couldn't do it because I just associate Ed with that voice so much.
Oof. Yeah, maybe give it some more time before you try it again.
Maybe, maybe. Next up, Emma.
What are you thinking? I'm
At the
thinking
very
A
least,
tier.
top of A tier.
Yeah, I'd say A tier.
The very least, top
I
of A
put
tier. If it,
yeah, I put her above Asta.
I think we should try and
She's
keep.
really good.
Yeah, I think we should try and keep S for the truly exceptional protagonist, but Emma is an easy A tier.
Honestly, I can only think of a handful that would make S tier.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, though, is not going to be making S tier.
uh, Manga spoilers for anyone watching. Actually, no, I don't think it's manga spoilers anymore. Anyone who's enacting a genocide goes in trash tier.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this fucko? I don't recognize him. Her?
He's from whatchamacallit, Deadman Wonderland. That's it.
Oh yeah. Oh, he does not have a good dub voice.
D tier for Deadman.
Let me just make for sure.
He is pretty useless, honestly.
Ganto Igarashi, yeah. Uh, yeah, we can stick him in D tier. As I said, I
I,
just
I I I put him lower for his uselessness, but at the same time, I do feel kind of sorry for him, so I don't think he deserves E or
hmm.
F tier.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
what Dead Man Wonderland was. Oh, I remember. Yeah, that wasn't great. Uh,
Yeah,
Gintama.
never watched it, never going to. I just cannot get into the humor of it.
Yeah, I've watched a few episodes of it because Gintoki is his actual name. Watched a few episodes of it
Yep.
because I've got a friend who's really high on it, but I've never really gotten into it.
I just bounced off it real hard every time I tried.
Yeah. Should we put him in Don't Know then? I mean,
Yeah,
we do know him, but yeah.
we don't know him well enough to accurately rank him.
Mm.
Also, as much as I like antagonizing Attack on Titan hyperfans, I don't want to get the Gintama fanboys enraged.
Oh god, they're a law unto themselves.
Yeah.
the the fact that people argue about fucking Full Metal Alchemist and Attack on Titan fans taking over Mal, it's you fools. It's the Gintama fans who rule the roost there.
Yeah. Like, how many of the top 25 anime are Gintama?
Let me check.
Like, six, seven?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, eight of the top 25.
Fucking hell. That's close.
Hmm. Yeah, look, as good as Gintama may be, it's not that good. Okay? I guarantee you
Mm-hmm.
that. It's not that good. If it was, a lot more people would have would be talking about it. So yeah, up next, Go on Freaks.
I'm not as familiar with Hunter x Hunter as you are. I'm
Yeah,
leaving this one up.
I'm honestly inclined to. What am I inclined to do? It's A or S. It's A or S.
What little I've seen of him would definitely put him in an A tier for me, but like I said, I don't know.
Hmm. I really, really like Going as the thing. Um,
Understandable.
I mean, Hunter x Hunter is still, for the time being anyway, at some point I do need to do a re-rank of my overall list. For the time being, it is second on my overall list. And
Oh,
Going is
damn.
a big part of that. Because he is such a nuanced character and such an interesting take on the battle happy shonen protagonist.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say the D word because it drives Hunter x Hunter Ansi's crazy, but I will say that he's a very interesting take on that archetype.
What D word?
I'm putting him S. I'm sure there
What
are
D word, Mel?
I'm sure there are some people we know who would take issue with that, but fuck them, they're not here.
Well, speaking of S rank characters, Guts.
We can actually reorder the certainly S rank when we get to it, when we get to the end. For the time being,
It's
just
really
gonna
hard.
stick him in.
Yeah, that's really hard to argue against Guts being an S tier just because of how excellent he is as a character and how excellent Berserk is as a manga.
I will probably never read it because it's probably too dark for me, and
Oh, extremely dark. There are some really uncomfortable bits in there.
yeah, and I'm also just like, I don't really want to read something that isn't finished. I have enough. I have enough blue balls from Hunter x Hunter. Thank you.
Understandable.
Uh,
The next one is Hachiman, I believe, from Origairu.
guy, yeah, see if it comes up there.
Mm. I'm not as high on Hachiman as some of his fanboys are, but I don't think I could really justify putting him lower than C tier.
Above or below Bone Daddy?
Hello, Bone Daddy, just because that nickname is awesome.
That's literally what he
Hey,
is. Especially, it's literally what he is, especially with Chris Guerrero voicing him.
hey, you know me. You know what I'm all about.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is from Kuroko's Basket, right?
No,
No?
no.
Who is
This
this
one
guy?
I believe is probably Slam Dunk. Uh,
Slam Dunk, right.
Hanamichi
Oh,
Sakuragi.
see, I don't know the sports ball series.
Kuroko is on here. He's just down at the bottom.
Oh, because, his, other name?
I assume so. Yeah, I can't remember what his other name is, but I assume that's why he's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've not watched or read Slam Dunk. Um, Might be something I do at some point, but for the time being, he's gonna have to go and don't know because I just don't know him.
But Mill, I thought you were sports ball trash.
I am a sports ball trash, but I tend to read it rather than watch it.
Hmm. Next up is, Haru from Rave Master. God, that's a blast from the fucking past.
Oh,
C tier.
I'm not seeing Rave Master come up. Oh, there it is. Haru Glory. Hmm,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, I'd say C tier. He's not. He's a fairly average shonen protagonist. Nothing too
Huh.
bland or awful.
He's voiced by Tomokazu Seki, aka Panda.
Oh, that's wild.
I love Panda. Also, Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm tempted to bump him up to B just for that, but no. Let's put him in C.
Above or below Bone Daddy?
Below Bone Daddy, obviously.
Are we just saying Bone Daddy is the guardian of B tier then?
Yes, Bone Daddy is the gateway. You must beat Bone Daddy. You must beat him hard.
So up next, Haruhi from Oran.
B tier, at least.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I'd say top of B tier.
Yeah, I never
I have
managed to finish Oran. Unfortunately, my rewatch of it was inconsistent at best, and then Manana happened. Um,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
God, he's ruined so many series for me. He's ruined
Read the
so many
manga?
series for me. I could get the manga. I could very easily get the manga, um, except for the fact that I already have a big enough catch-up list as it is.
Mm. All
Um,
right. Well, now we're on our very first E tier with Haruhi Suzumiya. I
That's
don't
the
like her.
that's the one that did the what was it? Endless Eight.
Yep.
Hmm. I'm
I mean,
temp-
part of the reason I don't like her is because she's just kind of an asshole to everyone,
hmm.
and is not really all that funny a lot of the time.
Hmm.
I know the series is a classic and all, but like, seriously, no,
Hmm.
stop that. You're being a dick.
Who be this fucko?
This guy is from Darker Than Black. Main guy of Darker Than Black.
That seems edgy.
Yes, you could also call it dark.
Hmm. Yeah. Hey, do you know him enough?
I've only watched a few episodes of Darker Than Black.
I'd say that's enough to rank him.
C tier from what I've seen. Below
So,
Bone Down.
but above the other two.
Yeah, sure. Actually, hmm, hmm. Yeah, we can leave him in C tier.
Up next, Hinata from Haikyuu, easy A tier. I want his. I want time skip Hinata to crush my head with his thighs. I'm not gonna. I'm
Wow.
not gonna. Make any bones about that.
Bones.
Time skip Hinata is hot as fuck. Darling in the Franxx boy. I don't think he's gonna do well.
Where do you think we should put him?
I haven't watched any of Darling in the Franxx. All I know of it is from what I've heard from people, and it doesn't paint him as great. So
Yeah,
I'm
let's go with E tier.
yeah.
He would be in F tier if I had a lesser opinion of him,
Above
but
or
my lesser opinion
below Endless Eight.
above. It's really hard to be worse than Endless Eights.
And yet Boruto and Eren have managed it.
Yeah, they have. Almost impressive, really.
Hmm. So who'd be this?
Let's see. I don't
He
recognize
looks
him.
annoyingly bland is the issue.
Yep, he looks super bland.
So we're gonna stick him in don't know with the added bonus of we don't even know what fucking show he's from.
Correct.
Some school slice of life thing, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Now,
So
how badly do you want to piss off Bleach fans?
this is all you, dude. I've been warned away from Bleach enough to not watch or read it. So
I mean, on the one hand,
I
Ichigo's
chose to
character
watch the better.
terrible.
Yeah, I chose to watch the better version of it in Yu Yu Hakusho. There you go. I've taken some of the heat off you.
Speaking of better versions of Bleach, I don't see Jujutsu Kaisen's Yuji on here anywhere.
No,
Which is a damn shame.
Yuji's not on here. Might be a
That is a
little
damn shame.
might be a little old, to be fair.
Mm.
I mean, the
We'll
most
put him in D tier above Whiny Bitch Boy.
cool.
The biggest issue with Ichigo is his asshole power ups and
Yeah.
his lack of a general character arc, which just kind of really stymie him compared to other shonen protagonists,
Hmm.
or better shonen protagonists rather.
Yeah.
But
Inuyasha.
it's not bad enough to put him in the bottom 3 tiers.
So Inuyasha.
I have never watched Inuyasha.
I have only watched Yashahime, and that was not great.
Yes, but unfortunately Inuyasha wasn't in it, so we can't judge him on that.
That's kind of the reason why it wasn't great, because it gave no explanation as to why he wasn't there and wasn't solving all of the problems.
Mm-hmm.
Ippo.
I think they did it in season 2 or something, but I don't know. I had long
Oh, I
since
fucking
dropped it.
checked out ages ago. It was boring as sin.
I dropped out right before the big, right around the big parentage reveal. So, yeah.
I can't remember exactly how many episodes I watched. I just know that I kept struggling and struggling. Eventually, I went, it's not worth the struggle to force myself to watch this anymore.
Understandable.
So, Ippo. not watched Depot. It's very long.
Never have I. It is way too long.
It's very, very long. I know who he is, not much more than that. I
Yes.
feel like I recognize him, but not enough to know his name or where he's
Is
from.
Issei Hyodo from High School DxD.
Ah, that's probably where I recognize him from.
I feel compelled to put him in B tier just because of the obligatory boob joke. He would want it that way.
Wouldn't it be better
B
if...
tier, B tier for boobs. No, no, Mill.
Oh, you said B tier. I thought you said E tier.
No, B. B for bazongas.
I mean, if we're going for the boob joke, shouldn't we create a new tier of Double D? That seems up high
As fun
school
as
DxD's alley.
it does, but at the same time, like I do feel like he is a pretty fun protagonist, especially by harem protagonist standards, because he's like, I think he's a much better executed chivalrous pervert type character than say Sanji, for instance.
Mm. Or another character who's coming later on this list.
Eh, we'll get to that.
So where in B tier is the question?
I'm at the bottom of B tier, below Bell.
Okay.
Yes, that alliteration was intentional. Look, I want to watch Anohana, but I haven't gotten around to it yet, partially because I know it's going to break my heart. I know Jintan is a interesting character and all, but like, again, haven't watched Anohana at all. Have you, Bill?
No, I have not. I would have also
Is it
said
for the
that was a
same reason?
girl.
Oh, that's Jintan from Anohana.
The shirt bulges slightly, which made me think girl, but you know.
No, he just wears a really loose shirt.
No, I've not
So
watched
don't
Anohana.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen just a couple episodes of it. I don't really feel qualified to judge because from what I've heard, he has a pretty complete character arc.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get into the Joestar lineage. I'm kind of sad there's only two of them.
Which Joestar is that? Is that Jonathan or Joseph?
It's Joseph. You can tell because of the spiky pomp.
Ah, cool, 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 cool.
Why are you putting him in F tier?
Joke, but I'm really not that high on him, so he's probably not going to get as high as you want.
I won't accept lower than B. Mel.
His best moments come when he's not the protagonist.
I mean, the same can be said of Jotaro, and we're probably gonna knock him for that. But at the same time, like, Joseph has plenty of entertaining moments in his own part where he is genuinely clever and skilled, and it makes for a pretty compelling protagonist, especially compared to Jonathan.
His issue is that Araki checked out near the end of part two. Not even near the end of part two. Not that. Probably what? Halfway, 2/3 in.
I wouldn't say so. Both his and Caesar's fights with Wham are amazing.
Like it feels pretty clear that he just grew bored with Hamon.
I can see that. But at the same time, Joseph is still a pretty fun and interesting character, even aside from the power system.
I will accept B tier, but it will be low B tier.
I'm putting him above Bell and to call it a day.
Now Jotaro.
I feel like it's only fair to put Jotaro below Joseph.
Is it though?
Oh, you like Jotaro more than you like Joseph.
Oh, by far.
Interesting.
I'm a fan of the whole like stoic dumbass done with everything archetype.
I see. I see. I mean, I don't mind John. I don't mind just. Too many JoJos. I don't mind Jotaro too much. It's just like I like Joseph more.
I won't put him too high, but I do want to put him above Joseph.
Fine, we'll put them. We'll put them next to each other.
Yeah, they can hang out there.
Yes.
Who'd be this?
This is the chick from Elfen Lied.
Ah,
Lucy, I think.
yeah, Lucy.
Ah. I didn't watch Elfen Lied. All I know is it's a gory mess, and I'm probably not gonna ever touch it.
No, neither did I. Uh,
It's just an edge fest, and I have no interest in edge fests.
Speaking of edge
God.
fests,
Tokyo Ghoul. Ken
Kaneki, yeah.
I haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul.
I
I
got
dropped the manga like 30 chapters in.
yeah, I got the first volume of the manga and just did not feel it at all. I did not
So,
like I this was very early on in my fandom, and like I'd heard people like uh really the people were really high up on it, and I got it and I read it and was like, I don't understand why people think this is so good.
yeah, I mean, I feel like giving Kaneki the same treatments as I give Whiny Bitch Boy, and I feel really bad for him, but it doesn't really do a lot to alleviate the awfulness, just the bleakness that is the series he's part of.
Mm.
Putting him in D tier. Because Tokyo Ghoul is a pretty damn bleak series.
Mm. So who's this fucko?
Kenichi, the mightiest disciple.
Is that Kanichi or Kenichi?
Ken.
Aha. From Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. Cool. Okay.
Never really, I didn't really get too far into the series, and I have long ago since forgotten most of what I know about the series. So I just say put in I don't know.
Oh, hey, another person voiced by Tomokazu Seki.
Where do you want to put Kenshin?
I've not watched or read Rurouni Kenshin. I found out about you know who before I could read or watch it. So
Ah, yes,
what about you?
I get it. More or less the same, actually.
Fair enough. Any person who ruins his franchise goes in F.
Oh, Kirito.
We aren't joking. The series is so much better without him.
Yeah,
Not that
the
I
thing
would
is,
know,
like,
but that's what I've heard.
no, I've seen both Mothers, the season 2 of the anime and the latest Progressive movie. Both are focused on Asta over Kirito, and they are so much better for it.
Yeah, that's about par for the course. Who be
Or rather, the
this?
specific Mother's Rosario arc of the season 2
Yeah,
anime. Whatever.
who
This
be
is
this?
Kiritsugu Emi from Fate Zero. A
Uh-huh.
tier. Easy A tier. I actually put him above Emma.
Ooh, interesting.
Fate Zero is a really good show, man.
Part of me does want to get into it eventually, just because of the fact that I'm going to laugh at how much it fucks with history.
Oh, Fate bullshit is hilarious.
But there's also so much Fate, and some of it is garbage from what I've heard.
You really only need to watch Fate Zero and Unlimited Blade Works. If you watch just those two, you'll be fine.
Mm.
Unless you want to get into the extended bullshit shenaniganry of the rest of the franchise, in which case, That's all on you.
Probably not, but I also have to find the time to do this, so
Look, it's a pair of two core series. That's not too bad.
yeah.
You've watched the longer series before.
I have. Have I? Yes. Maybe not all in one go, but yes. Actually, no, yes, all in one go. When I first got into anime, I watched all of Dragon Ball. OG Dragon Ball, that is.
Hot damn.
I did it over the course of like a few months, but I still did it. It was good. I enjoyed it. I like OG Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Don't like C so much.
Huh. Interesting. Anyways, Koro Sensei.
Again, if this was Nagisa, I'd be putting him in S tier, and there's nothing anyone could do to stop me. But Koro Sensei,
I'd say he's still pretty good A tier.
yeah, I'd put him above Asta.
Above Asta? Yeah, that
Hmm.
sounds about right. Lelouch.
Oh, the better Eren. I haven't
Speaking of
even
which,
watched this
we're
fucking
definitely.
show. I haven't even watched this show, and I know that.
Yes, let's put Lelouch up in.
Is better Eren a high bar or not?
It's a very high bar, actually. Lelouch is a pretty damn good character. The issue is the writing in the show that he is the central character of is very inconsistent. And for every three awesome moments he has at least one dumb fuck up moment, which at least makes him a human character.
Hmm. That sounds
Uh,
B tierish to me, but high B tier.
High B tier. Look, Code Geass is very much a B movie type show.
Hmm.
It is campy as fuck, and Lelouch is a big part of that.
Hmm. So where in
I'd
high
say
B tier do you say?
I'd say between Haruhi and Aladdin.
Fair enough. Light Yagami.
It just has come to me that there are three characters who have been called God on this tier list, and Light and somehow Light Yagami isn't the one. No, he is the one I think is the worst. Actually, he is a bitch.
How much of a bitch is the question? D tier
Just
bitch,
below
E tier
Haruhi.
bitch, or F tier bitch?
He is not. I don't know about F tier. He is not as badly handled as Aaron, but also I don't like the authors because they're kind of assholes.
Yeah, I enjoyed Bakuman to a certain extent, but there are some really big issues with it.
Yeah,
Some really
I feel
glaring
comfortable.
issues.
Yeah, I mean, Light Yagami is also not helped, in my opinion, by just the raving mad fans that he has that just refuse to see him as doing anything wrong, and I just don't
I was gonna say,
enjoy that in the character.
isn't he anime's version of Rick from Rick and Morty?
Kind of. I put him closer to Draco Malfoy.
Oh God.
Light Yagami is all about the protagonist becoming a villain,
Hmm.
and well, the arc is executed well enough. It's just like in the first half of the series. Second half, he's mostly just a smug asshole until he loses his shit at the end.
Hmm. Moving on then, Monica. I'm just gonna scroll up here because I'm assuming that's where you're gonna put her.
Easy A tier.
Hmm.
Easy.
Top of A tier.
Off of A tier. She is a wonderful character, and I
Mm-hmm.
love her arc. And no one can tell me otherwise.
Not gonna argue. Not seeing the show yet. I promise I
Fair
will
enough.
eventually get to it. Probably, but not yet. Maka from Soul Eater. Now I've not watched Soul Eater
Hmm.
because I've been sort of warned away from it. But I have seen a lot of her in AMVs, and she looks feral as fuck, which I'm kind of on board with.
Yeah, I think she's one of the best parts of the series, honestly.
Mm.
Her and Death the Kid are really fun. I'd say probably B tier.
Stop dropping
We're
it.
getting a lot of B tiers.
Yeah.
I'd say put her above Akane and below Aladdin.
All right. Also, she has a scythe, which is badass.
Good old fuck off side. That's great.
Um, sh- she from Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions.
I think so. I don't recognize her very much, so I just put her in don't know.
Let me. I do want to check just to see. I'm fairly sure I'm correct.
You know, the lack of
Yes.
Spike Spiegel in the. Oh nope, I see Spike Spiegel. Never mind.
Yeah. No, he's on the list. I have checked that. Yeah. Rika Takanashi from Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions. But yes, neither of us have watched it. I
Which
like
is
it.
unfortunate.
Yeah. I like your power, but you're a sex pest.
Yeah, Meliodas goes in trash.
I really, really like your power, but you're a sex pest.
Sex Pest kind of gets you the boots.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another sin we will be discussing shortly.
Oh yeah, no, that one's going in F tier. That's trash tier. Sorry. Now,
This guy is going in the opposite of trash tier.
so here's the thing. I'm obviously incredibly biased, and my idea of his characterization is sort of skewed by fan fiction. So,
A tier. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Below Kiritsugu.
okay, I will accept that decision. I was gonna say I will accept no lower than A tier, but I'll let you decide S or A and where in A or S.
Yes. I would not have put him higher than Guts, anyways, but I think putting him below Kiritsugu feels appropriate. This
Who
is
would be this?
a main character of Maid Sama, I think. I haven't watched Maid Sama or read Maid Sama.
Yeah, looks to be right. Uh, Misaki Ayuzawa. Yeah, looks about right.
I haven't watched the show, so
Do
meh.
do 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 do. We
Yes,
all knew
Luffy
that
goes
was
on
gonna
top of.
happen anyway.
Look, Luffy is one of the single best protagonists I've ever seen in fiction. Like it's really hard to justify not putting him in S tier
Mm-hmm.
unless you are a monster or a brain dead moron.
Mm-hmm.
I will take no criticism on this.
Here's another one I feel like I recognize, but I'm not 100% sure of the
The
show.
main Samurai Champloo.
Samurai Champloo, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that rings the bell in my head.
I
Yeah,
forget his name.
entering just Samurai was
Mugen.
too in specific. Mugen, yes,
Mugen, that's
Mugen.
it.
Isn't Mugen? Doesn't Mugen mean immortal?
No, it means a lot of things. It means infinite.
Infinite. That's
I
it.
think it also means I think it also means emptiness. I
Could
could be
be
wrong
either.
though.
Have you watched Champloo?
Not enough of it.
Fair
I need
enough.
to watch more of it.
Uh,
It's a good show from what I've seen.
if you're a
Naofumi is
slaver, you
trash.
go in S tier.
S tier.
F trash tier. Sorry, I was meaning to say F and it came out as S, but I was meaning to say trash tier. Now Fumi is trash tier. Are you not dissuading us?
I was actually just going to say put him below Aaron because Naofumi is awful. I
Genocide
hate
is
him.
worse than slavery.
Yeah, I know. Now for Narcs.
I'm honestly gonna say not as bad, not F tier bad. He's bad.
I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't put him in F or E tier. I'd say above Ichigo.
God damn it!
Question is where above
The
Ichigo.
website keeps dropping it?
Natsu does go in E tier though. He's not quite bad enough to be an F tier, but is like the most ridiculous shonen protagonist.
We're in F tier.
No, E tier.
We're,
Uh,
we're in E tier.
top of top.
I'm tired.
Understandable.
I was also expecting the anime awards, so I was preparing for that, and then I suddenly realized I'd gotten the dates wrong, and it's actually tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to be interesting because I honestly don't think they're going to do an like a proper awards show again.
Huh. Interesting.
Because of the fact that A, it's on a Wednesday, and B, it's at 9 a.m. PST on a Wednesday.
What the hell?
I think they're just going to drop the results. But that's a discussion for tomorrow. Who be this?
This is the main character of, I think. Oh yeah, it is. Nisekoi, the main character of Nisekoi.
That's
E tier.
that harem trash that people wanted me to read at one point.
Yes, it's the one that Tofu in particular
I was gonna
has a
say,
weird,
Tofu
positive
is
opinion.
weirdly invested in what's her name, Chitoge.
Chitoge sucks, but that's not who we're rating here. We're rating her quote unquote better half, who would not rank much higher than her, honestly.
Mm. Raku once
Right
got
who's got
amnesia. Cool.
E tier. Low Natsu.
Cool. Made an Abyss girl.
I don't want to rate her because I haven't watched all of Maiden Abyss.
I haven't watched any of Made in Abyss. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've watched at least one episode.
It's just a really rough watch, and I need to find a time and place to watch it,
Mm.
or where it won't destroy me. You know.
Mm. That, I believe, is Blue Exorcist Boy.
Yep.
What's his name? Rin Okamura. That's it. I'll become an exorcist and kick Satan's ass.
Hell of
Satan
a
being
slogan.
his father. Cool. Good to know.
Haven't watched Blue Exorcist, so I can't judge this.
No, I've watched about an episode of it as well. Steins Gate.
Jotaro Okabe. I haven't watched much of this, but from what I have seen, he's great.
Of course he's
B tier.
voiced by Mamoru Miyano.
Who else would he be voiced by?
He's John Michael Tatum in the dub. And John Michael
I
Tatum is
know.
real good.
He's good in dub. I really like him.
God damn it! Why does the website keep making me drop it?
Because the website hates you.
Yeah. Where are we
B tier.
putting him in B tier?
Let's put him above the JoJo's.
What's a face from Kill la Kill whose outfit would be made so much better if it wasn't so revealing?
Yes, but we're not going to blame the outfit on the character.
Ryuko Matoi. I might.
I don't think that's really fair.
No, it's not fair. It's all on the creators. Seriously, I'm fairly sure both of us have seen mock-ups of her with a far less revealing outfit, and it looks so much better.
Mm-hmm. Still, she's a really good character. Where do you think we should put her?
I've not watched
B
Kill la
tier?
Kill, so I have watched like maybe an episode or two, but other than that, I've not watched it. So
Huh.
it's all on you.
I'd put her right below Lelouch.
So better than Bone Daddy, but not much better.
Mm, that's one way of putting it.
That would be. I'm fairly sure that's Satan from Devil is a Part-Timer.
Yes, I watched about half the first season, and I know very little of it otherwise.
I believe again I've watched maybe an episode or two. It seemed quite good, to be fair.
He's a fun character, but like my knowledge of, I've seen spoilers of light novels that make me less than happy with his character.
Oh,
So we're putting him below Button Daddy. It's less of him being a terrible character and more of him having a shit taste in waifus,
okay.
and
See,
also the creator having shit taste in
I
waifus.
was gonna say it's harsh to blame that on him if you're not gonna blame the outfit on Kill la Kill Girl.
Yeah, no, it's the creator's fault for having shit taste.
Mm-hmm. Psyche from Disastrous Life of Psyche.
If you don't know them, then we're putting him. I don't know because I don't know him.
Yeah, I've only watched an episode or two. Um, Seems decent, and fairly sure he's all but canonically asexual.
I think so. Yeah.
Hmm. Saitama. Now this is going to be an interesting one.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm sure that people would expect him to be, at the very least A tier, but I'm not going to go for that.
You're thinking B tier?
I would say so, yeah. At highest.
I don't. I don't disagree with you. I will say we can put him as a gatekeeper for B tier though, if you want. He is a very intimidating obstacle.
He is. I'm
I
just.
recognize
It's
this dude.
just been. It's just been so long since I've um, actually watched or read any One Punch Man because I just sort of lost interest in the series.
Huh. It's because the current arc is dragging out so goddamn long in the manga.
That doesn't help, and the fact that it takes an absolute fucking age for the volumes to come out. So, I just
Hmm.
stopped getting them with the intention of picking it up on Viz, and I just never did it, and I've not really felt that sort of desire to go back to it. I like Saitama, but I'm not sure how good of a protagonist he is. Um,
Hmm.
and to a certain extent, he almost sort of holds the show back. Um, he sort of stops us from getting many feel good moments from the likes of Genos getting stronger.
Hmm.
I
I
don't
can
want
see
to,
that.
I don't want to say we lose, good moments with Genos altogether because he still gets some good moments, but it's almost from what I've seen anyway. It's very rare that he will actually win the fight. It's more likely that he'll end up getting defeated and Saitama will come in and do the job.
Oh wait, hold on.
Hmm?
Hold on a second. Why is Illusion? Why are Lelouch and Ryuko at the bottom of B tier? I thought we put them higher.
I thought you said bottom of B tier.
No,
Did
I
you
said
not?
below Aladdin.
Oh, I must have misheard you then.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Below Aladdin.
Oh, below. Sorry.
Yeah.
My brain really isn't working at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even. I
So we
don't
can
think I
put.
can even blame this on sleep.
So where do we put Saitama then? Bottom, up top of B.
I want to put him below Maka.
Okay, that's fine. I don't recognize this guy.
No, again, he's like this dude in that he's uh clearly of the slice of life genre, but or school genre anyway. But that really doesn't narrow him down because there's so many fucking shows from that.
Yeah, he is clearly. He is unfortunately kind of generic. This guy is pretty recognizable, though.
Yes, from Konosuba,
Hi, Kazuma desu.
it is Kazuma Sato. So, Konosuba is one of those shows where I think, maybe halfway through season one, I was watching the dub, got distracted, and then never really felt the need to go back to it.
I can kind of understand that. I watched season 1 to completion, but I could never really get in. I never really watched past the first couple episodes of season
Mm.
2.
It's weird because I enjoyed what I saw of season one, but I just, never
Hmm.
really felt the desire to really go back.
I've heard
Kazuma.
kind of compared to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in terms
Mm,
of like the characters and their interactions.
yeah, so from what I remember of my experiences with Konosuba, I think Kazuma was probably one of the higher points. I think him and Megumin were probably my favorite characters, certainly out of the main four.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Um,
Dark Darkness's joke. One joke got real old real
yeah, that
fast.
wears thin pretty quick, and so does Aqua, really.
Hmm. Aqua at least has variety in the humor.
Mm. Um,
OB then?
yeah, my inclination is probably low B, probably not above the Joe stars.
Oh, we'll put him at the bottom of B.
All right?
I don't recognize this dude.
No, neither do I. I mean, he looks vaguely familiar in the way all shonen protagonists do. Hmm. And don't watch you get, don't know you go. Sebastian from Black Butler, which, as we pointed out before the stream, is an odd choice considering. Uh,
Cielo's Black Butler.
yeah. You watched any or read any of Black Butler?
I read a few volumes of the manga,
Same,
but it was a while ago.
same.
Sebastian was one of the more interesting parts, but I don't know. I'll leave it up to you.
I don't think you should go lower
Oh,
than. I think you should be somewhere in C, but
that sounds about right. How about Low Bone Daddy?
all right. He looks isekai-ish.
Who's this bitch? Oh, it's the guy from Cautious Hero. Mama vet. Thought so.
He's not quite committed the crimes of trash tier, but dear God, am I not putting him higher than that? fact that he's in the fact that he is fucking included in this list is a goddamn travesty. When, by the looks of things, we don't have Rimuru.
We don't have Rimuru. We don't have a lot. This this whole list is a fucking sausage fest. Also,
Anime is a sausage fest.
I know, but they could stand to have a few more female protagonists, especially when there's several good ones to choose from.
Anyway, yeah, thank you. Let's go up to A tier.
Yep.
Where are we saying in
Question
A
is,
tier?
where in A tier? Hmm.
I'd put him below Hinata personally.
Well, I don't know Hinata, so that's your thing. Mob goes in S tier.
I mean, yes, 100%.
100% mob.
Uh,
I'd put below Ed, but I'd still put him in the
Again,
top three. Yeah.
we will reorder we'll reorder S tier when we get to the end.
I'm sorry, I haven't watched Parasite
Neither have I.
Or Detective Conan.
If we were watching Conan, we wouldn't have time to do this because, oh boy.
Look, we're already watching One Piece or reading One Piece in our
Mm.
anyways. We don't have time for Detective Conan.
I might read Detective Conan if it was, available online somewhere, but I just can't afford buying volumes.
It
uh,
would literally cost you $1,000
mhm.
at least.
Shinji, get in the tier list. But where in the tier list?
I haven't watched Evangelion.
Oh, I would have sworn you
Not
had.
yet.
Wasn't
No,
Evangelion
not yet.
69 on your list?
Something like that.
This seems like a generic shonen boy.
Oh no, this is Shiro from Fate Stay Night.
Ah, is Fate Stay Night one of the good ones?
Yes.
Is Shiro one of the good ones?
Yes.
Ah,
Let's put him in B tier.
B tier
Let's
doing
put him
some work.
above Bell but below the JoJos.
Fair enough. Do not recognize this
Shiro.
guy.
Shiro away from Log Horizon.
Ah,
I'm tempted to put him in A tier, but I know that A tier is supposed to be for like the top of the top class, so I'd just say top of B tier.
okay.
I don't recognize this fucker.
No, he's vaguely familiar, but again, it's one of those. What about this fucker?
I think he's from Gurren Lagann.
Oh, is that Kamiya?
That's Simon. That's Simon.
Oh, is it Simon?
Yeah. This is alphabetical, remember?
Some of the alphabeticals have been broken, but yes.
Fair enough, but this is Simon. I have not watched. I have not finished Gurren Lagann, so I barely recognize him.
Yeah, I've only watched like an episode or two of it.
Sorry, Simon. Go get your due another time.
Soma Yukihira.
D tier.
Yeah, I like
Uh,
Soma.
you're right. Soma isn't what's wrong with the
Yeah,
series, but I can't really justify putting him higher than like a low B, high C.
I'm not gonna say higher than B, but I certainly let's put him bottom of B. Because I recently reread Food Wars up to the end of Central because that's where the series should have ended, and I genuinely enjoyed myself with it. 'Cause I remind me, did you watch or did you read past Central?
I read the whole goddamn manga.
Did Soma and Takumi ever actually get to have a Shokugeki?
No,
Oh god damn it, Food Wars! That was the rivalry I was most invested in.
no. Soma's a dick ass brother. I think he knocks out Takumi at some point or some shit. I
Of
don't
course he
remember.
does. Fucking Takumi is the Vegeta of Food Wars.
He really is.
Poor Takumi. I really like him. He's one of my favorite parts of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay, this is going to be an interesting one. Son Goku.
Goku. The thing with Goku is that he's so different between OG Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Super. You know?
I would argue,
I don't.
I would argue that he is a good protagonist in Dragon Ball, but he is not that good of a protagonist in Z or Super.
Hmm.
Especially considering in Z, he's not really the protagonist, he's just there to be the Saitama.
Yeah, Gohan's more the protagonist of Z. So if
Vegeta
we're
is
just
more the
counting him,
protagonist of Z than Goku.
well, Gohan is technically the
No,
protagonist.
that's that. I'm saying in the ranking of potential protagonists, it's Gohan, Vegeta, Goku,
Hmm.
and then nobody else because only the Saiyans matter.
Piccolo kind of matters.
Does he though? Does he really?
For up through the Android side, he does. After that, not so much. But we're digressing.
Hmm. So where do we put Son Goku?
I cannot justify putting him in C tier. I'm sorry.
I can. He's good in Dragon Ball, but that's such a small proportion of the Dragon Ball media out now.
I really like him in Z though. It's just he's not really the protagonist in Z.
If you treat
He is
him
the
like the
protagonist in
protagonist in Z, is he a good protagonist?
he's all right. Definitely not C level material, but would you really say he's worse than Soma?
Kinda. Again, it's not. His highs are higher than Soma, but his lows drag him down quite a bit.
I'd still say that averages out to about the same level.
You can gatekeep B tier with Bone Daddy then.
Bone Daddy.
Yeah, that's never not gonna be funny. Uh, who's Card Boy?
Ah, that is the protagonist of we call it No Game, No Life. That's right. Sora.
Ah, the other major blue ball along with Hunter x Hunter.
Yes. When season two. The
When
answer
the
is never.
yeah, I think that there is still some no game. I think No Game No Life is still coming out. It's just coming out very slowly. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last? Yeah, there's a volume coming out in 2020. There's a volume that came out 2021.
What volume number was it?
11. It was
Oh,
the
okay.
it was the first one since 2018.
Holy fuck. That's just glacial release.
So let's see. So volume 9 was August 2016. Then there was one labeled G1 that came out December 2016. Volume 10 was February 2018. And volume 11 was November 2021. These are all Japanese releases. Uh,
Jesus.
the manga has not had a release since 2018.
And the manga is adapting off light novels, and if you catch up to the light novels, then
Yeah.
you're SOL. But enough digressions about the horrid release schedule of this series. Where do we put Sora?
I mean, I've not watched No Game No Life, so
Sora's a fun character, but he's also kind of an asshole.
oh, the
But
author has stomach cancer. Ooh,
oh no!
or at least he had stomach cancer.
Please tell me he's in remission. I hope he's okay.
I mean, Wikipedia says he was diagnosed in May 2011 and discharged in August 2011. So,
Okay, that's good. He's then he's in remission.
which is why he started focusing on light novels. But
Let's go C tier.
I assume
Let's put
I assume below Bone
below
Daddy, but
below Bone Daddy, but above Sebastian.
fair enough. Spike Spiegel.
I cannot justify putting him less than A tier. I kind of want to put him in S.
Go for it. I've not watched Cowboy Bebop.
Really?
I've got the Blu-ray. I just never gotten around to it.
Huh. Well, if Spike Spiegel's a pretty static character who's well written, Subaru goes through a fuck ton of character development. Thinking A?
You've watched more of ReZero than I have, so
I think A. I won't force you to put him above Deku or Emma, though.
all right.
He's just really good. Good old Tai from Digimon.
So what do you think?
I don't know. I remember watching the Digimon Adventure reboot, but I don't know if that really would be a fair thing to judge him on since it's not the same as the original. And also, I haven't really watched the original in the better part of 2 decades.
Do you want to put him in Don't Know then?
Yeah, I don't want to unfairly rank him
Mm-hmm.
just because based off of an unfair impression.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know this guy.
Yeah, no fucking clue. Again, he's just so blandly designed.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro Kamado.
Tanjiro's a soft boy.
He's a very soft boy. I like Tanjiro.
Same. I also don't think we can rank him particularly high.
That's what I was
B tier
thinking.
seems fine.
B tier is
B-tier seems
probably
fine.
okay. He's not as bad as C, but I can't see him going any higher than B.
Correct. I agree.
Where in B to put him?
We put him above Saitama or below the JoJos? As that's about the range I can think.
Yeah. I think we should put him above Saitama. Just below Saitama, actually. Just below.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen this guy in AMVs, but I don't actually know who he is or where he's from.
I don't know him either.
I know his special move is Incursio or something like that.
I don't recognize the character.
Akame ga Kill. That's what he's from.
Oh! That guy. D tier.
Okay. Tatsumi. That's who he is.
Tatsumi, right. Yeah, D tier. Below Ichigo.
Okay. It's just the
boy.
fact that you went real quick from, oh, I don't know him, to D tier. D tier.
Look, I don't hate him, but he's from a really garbage show. And he is not really the best part about it. The best part about it is the title character, and she unfortunately gets sidelined a lot by this guy. Because he's the protagonist, even though she's the title character.
Mm-hmm. So, Tetsuya Kuroko from Kuroko's Basketball.
This is all you, dude.
Yeah, it is. So, I read Kuroko, God, summer of 2020. It was the first lockdown, just after I'd finished my course. And it's that period is sort of a haze of manga reading, because I got through like half a dozen really long series in the space of like 3 weeks. So, and to be honest, Kuroko was near the bottom of that list in terms of what I remember from it. It's not quite the bottom. Because that was the period where I read where I read Haikyuu, I read World Trigger, I read Jujutsu Kaisen,
Oh.
Spy
Oh.
Family.
Ooh.
What else did I read? I read Claymore, I read Kuroko, I read Prince of Tennis, and I read Siren.
Huh.
I think that's everything. I only read Siren because the fucking tagline on Viz is hilarious.
Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious.
Shit, you know what? Claire should be on here. But no,
Nope.
can't have Claire on here.
Um,
Damn.
yeah. So what
I
I've
guess this is all you.
yeah, I know. I'm just trying to put my brain to work on a day where it's not really wanted to work that hard anyway. Um, so from what I remember, he was good for the gag of people forgetting that he was there. I liked that gag. It is quite funny. Um, Also, the fact that he or the team adopted a dog that was basically looked like him. That was funny. Um, but other than that, he was sort of a little bit of a bland presence from what I remember.
That is
Um,
unfortunate.
I mean, as much as obviously it's his name that's on the show, Kagami was more of the protag. I feel like we saw the series more from his perspective than we did Kuroko's. Um, I'm gonna say top near the top of C tier,
Okay.
below
Low Bone
Bone
Daddy.
Daddy because I love having Bone Daddy at the top of C. It just amuses me so much. Um, who'd be this
I
fuck?
think this dude is from a key anime or some shit. Planet, that's it.
Planet.
Never watched. I'm not watching anyways
Tomoya
if I'm in the mood
Okazaki.
for. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I haven't watched Planet.
Mm-hmm. Oh Jesus Christ! I'm fairly sure I've
What?
just been spoiled on the end of Clannad.
Why?
Because I'm on his character page and I looked at the last spoiler on. Oh boy, that happened. That stuff happens.
Oh yeah, there's stuff that happens in Planet. It's very sad, especially
Yeah,
after story. Planet after story is supposed to be really sad.
yeah. I'm fairly sure that's what I've just read about.
Hmm.
Um,
Toriko, I have not seen or read.
yeah.
And I probably never will because the creator is disgusting.
Mm-hmm. I think the only duo we've got on this list.
Who are they? I don't recognize them at
I
all.
don't know.
Weird. Very weird.
Um, Trigun
Batch
dude.
Stampede for Trigun.
Yeah, Vash Stampede. Have you watched Trigun?
A little bit. I really like Batch. Batch is fun. I'd say B tier from what I've seen.
Mid to high B tier?
Yeah, I'd say above Saitama.
Okay. Got a cool design at the very least.
It does. Violet Evergarden.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you thinking? I'm thinking A tier.
I'm thinking A tier as well. Um,
Probably low A tier, but probably above Asta.
I would say yeah, between Koro Sensei and Asta.
She has a very defined character arc that really works.
Mm. Oh, another bland schoolboy.
I don't recognize this fucker.
No, neither do I. You recognize this fucker?
It's from Noragami. I just have never watched Noragami.
The only thing I know about Noragami is that one of its OPs is a banger. I think it's from the sequel. This is Yato.
Mm,
Yato is a god who attempts to build his own shrine. Okay?
good for him. Still don't recognize. I still have never watched Noragami. Sorry.
That's Seraph of the End. I know
Mm-hmm.
that much. I don't know his name.
You something.
Probably start with a U, yeah. Uh, Yuichiro.
Yuichiro, that's what it is. I read a bit of Seraph of the End a while ago, but that was like 10 years ago or something. I barely remember it. He wasn't bad in it, but he wasn't any. Hmm.
Well, his backstory is quite
What?
dark by the looks of things.
Yeah, but he's not like a particularly compelling or complex character.
Mm.
I don't know. Let's just stick him in don't know for now.
He's Shaman King, isn't he?
Yep. Never read it or watched it.
Neither have I. Asakura. Yugi Moto,
No,
that one
Yugi
I can rank.
C tier.
That's what I'm thinking. He's not a bad character or a bad protagonist in any way. Um, he's actually quite interesting when he's killing people. Um, but he quickly gets settled down by the prospect of children's card games.
Yes, children's card games.
Ancient Egyptians loved them, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Let me remember. I mean, it's been absolutely fucking ages, probably over a decade since I've actually properly watched any of the anime. Um, Obviously, not including the abridged series. Did read the manga not that long ago. Just trying to remember how well his character did. Um, Honestly, what I would say is that in terms of actually challenging the Pharaoh's character, I think the certainly to, part of the Orichalcos arc did better than a lot of the manga. I don't think the manga really did much to really challenge the Pharaoh as a character. Um, there's a lot of saving the world junk, with the power of children's card games. Uh,
And preventing people being sent to the Shadow Realm.
oh, jeez.
No, that will never not be funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. Uh, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is a popular series, but it wouldn't be anywhere near as popular in the West as it wasn't for 4Kids dub of it, because
Mm-hmm.
it just took the ridiculousness up to 11.
Yep.
Where do I want to put the Pharaoh? Bottom of B tier.
Okay.
I feel like I recognize her design.
He's from K-On!
Ah, you've not
I
watched
have
Ghoul.
not watched.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, this little bitch.
Oh, you recognize him then?
Yeah, it's Yuki Terror from Future Diary. Wow, little bitch boy.
In a
I've been saying that a
good,
lot.
in a good way
No,
or an E and an F way?
E and F way.
In an E way or an F way?
I just put him in F tier. Above Boruto though. Boruto is just.
Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I'll leave that one up to you, man.
It's another series that I haven't read in a while, and I've stopped catching up via the volumes. Mostly because I know that after the first Dark Tournament, it's sort of downhill. Um, it's a slow downhill, but it is still apparently a downhill. Um,
I mean, nothing I've heard about Yusuke makes me think he's anything worse than B.
I was going to say high B because I do quite like Yusuke.
Where do you want to put him in B?
I mean, the issue is a lot of these where I would probably put them are your choices.
Mm.
So I'm not sure really how to gauge. Uh,
I mean, based off of Saitama, at least.
he's better than Saitama for sure. I think he's probably more interesting than Marker. Is he better than Haruhi? I really haven't watched enough of Oren to really say for sure. Um, I'll go with my instinct and put him there because Yusuke is a really good character. He's not A tier level, I don't think, but I do enjoy him as a character.
Mm.
Uh, who be these fuckos?
I do not recognize them.
Good for them. The big don't know quite rounded out.
Nito.
So let's rank S tier. We agreed that Luffy is going top regardless.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's about the next ones really then.
Yes.
I will accept Gon probably goes at the bottom.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's
Just
okay.
haven't seen
No,
Monster
I
Hunter.
fully accept that. What about the ones in the middle then? Mob, Ed, Guts, Spike.
I like them in the order they're in right now. Though I would probably switch around Mob and Ed, but that's about it.
I wouldn't is the thing.
Mm.
I think
Yeah, I get.
even before I soured on Full Metal Alchemist a bit, I still would have said Mob is better.
I can understand that.
I mean, it's a little tougher to judge considering obviously Ed's gone through his full character arc, but we haven't certainly in the anime we haven't seen Mob's full arc yet.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good ordering.
Mm-hmm.
So that is our tier list for this one.
Mm. We've been out this for over an hour and a half at this point.
Uh, do you want
Let's
to
see if
see? Do you
we
want to
need to
see?
restructure anything on here.
I don't think we need to really.
Mm.
I was going to say, do you want to see how many OPs we can get through in the 25 minutes we've got left?
Sure. Let's go rapid fire. We'll just do another don't know tier
Yeah.
for this.
Just download
There
that.
are no bad OPs.
Okay. Let me add a row below. That looks like Baki
Yes,
or Kengan Ashura.
haven't seen Bucky.
Uh,
Either way, no.
Dumbbells was quite good.
A tier.
Yes. Shield Hero.
IDK.
Bookworms. I don't remember anything from Bookworms is the thing.
Unmemorable. D tier.
Beastars. A tier.
Yep.
No Guns Life.
A tier.
A tier. Below Beastars though.
Yes.
The African Salaryman one. Don't remember
I don't remember that.
that. Doctor
Dr. Stone,
Stone
A tier.
season 1. What was Doctor Stone season 1? That was
Good Morning World.
Good Morning World. Did that get a second
That's A
OP
tier.
as well? Did get
I
a
don't
second
remember
OP.
the second OP.
Did
I
get
don't
a
remember
second
the second
OP. Let me check the name. I'll remember once I remember the name. Oh, it was San Genshoku by Pelican Fan Club. That's it. That was also very good actually.
A tier.
So yeah, A tier. Above or below B
Somali.
stars?
Let's put it below B stars.
I think we're gonna say B stars is probably the top of A.
Yeah, B stars will be top of A.
Somali.
B tier.
B tier. What is that? Origaru?
No.
Orisuki?
Orisuki, that's it. B tier.
Below Somali?
Yeah, below Somali. Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga. We got 2 of those.
Both were really good.
Both were pretty fucking good from what I remember. Because we got Makanjio by Survive Set the Prophet, and we got Dark Crow by Man with a Mission.
Dark Crow is my favorite of the 2, but they're both really good.
Both were very good. A tier then?
A tier. Below, above Dr. Stone.
Fire Force Season 1. So,
Inferno was a really banger OP.
Inferno is probably S tier.
Yes.
As much as I do actually quite like the song, Mayday was not S tier. That was probably more like low B, high C tier.
Yes. So it averages out to A.
I would say it averages out to A. I would say it's above No Guns Life, below Dr. Stone.
Okay, that's fair. Isekai Quartet, I don't remember it.
Do you remember anything from fucking Cautious Heroes OP?
Nope.
That's the Scientists Fall in Love one.
It was pretty unremarkable, but it wasn't too bad. C tier.
Infinite Dendrogram.
I don't remember it at all, but it was very remarkable, I guess. So D tier.
Oh wait, that first one was No Guns Life Season 2.
Fuck.
Season 2 was quite good if I remember correctly.
Wait. No. Season 2 is down below.
Is it down below? Yes,
Yeah,
I'm mixing. Sorry, I'm mixing up the key visuals. I'm mixing up the key visuals. Anyway, Infinite.
First core.
Infinite Dendrogram. Did you watch that?
Yeah, D tier.
Bookworm, above or below?
Below.
Dorihero. That had a good OP if I recall correctly.
Here. Let's put it above No Guns Life.
Bofree. That had a good OP.
Yeah, A tier as well.
I'd say below No Guns Life though.
Yes. I
Um,
don't even remember this one, so
Wave,
okay.
Listen to Me. I think that was the radio one.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't recognize this one.
I believe that was the poet one where it sort of gave away the fact that the main guy was going to die. I didn't watch more than an episode of it. Ishizoku Reviewers.
Don't remember it.
I remember there was very YMCA like. I'll put it in C. Tower of
Okay, that's
God,
fair.
bad OP, bad OP.
Really?
Yeah, no, Tower of Gods was bad. The
The D tier
visuals,
then.
the visuals were bad, and the song was unremarkable.
Hmm.
The ED was really good. I remember the ED. The ED was good.
Ah, right. The ED was good.
The ED was really good. I really enjoyed the ED, but the OP was really unremarkable.
Hmm. Okay, so
Kakushigoto.
A tier, easy.
Wow, you remember it better than I do. I vaguely remember the song. I don't quite remember the visuals as much.
Hmm. I think I would put it below Onegai Muscle, but beyond that, I think
Guy
it's A
Muscle
tier.
was so good though. Uh,
Okay, this is A tier.
season
Kaguya
one
is
of Kaguya, yeah.
both Kaguya OPs are S tier. Let's be real.
Millionaire Detective.
That's you, dude.
That is me. I'm putting an A tier. I loved Millionaire Detective's OP. The song was really cool. Uh, what the fuck is that? Is that the Monster
Monster Girl
Doctor one?
Doctor. I don't remember it at all.
Yeah.
IDK.
Uh, No Guns Live season
Nogan's.
two.
Ooh. A or S?
I'd say
Oh,
I'd
this is
say
S
A.
tier.
I'd say A.
I want to put an S tier. The song was fucking amazing.
Let me just search it up so that I remember the name of the song because I obviously haven't watched much of No Guns Live season two. Oh, it's Chaos Drifters by Sawano.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a solid OP. It's S tier.
yeah,
Kaguya. Both Kaguyas go in S tier. The
yeah.
question is which goes above which.
That's what I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember the visuals because obviously the songs are damn near equal because fucking Suzuki is a beast. Um, though actually,
Yes, he
in
is.
terms of song, I would put Daddy Daddy Do above Love Is War.
Really?
I do really like Daddy Daddy Do. I'm trying
It
to
is
remember
pretty
visuals
jazzy.
though. Yeah, I think put season two above season one.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh,
B and A.
DNA. A tier.
That was a good OP
It is
as
a
well.
bop of an OP.
It is a good OP.
Uh, above or below Fire Force?
Ooh, that high. Um,
I'd be below Fire Force, honestly. Like
yeah.
between Fire Force and Zero.
Uh, Bakarina.
Bakarina. This is a good OP.
It's definitely a good song. I remember the song really well. I'm trying to remember the visuals a bit more. Um,
Hmm.
I'd
I'd
say
say at
high
worst.
B, low A.
Let's go. Let's make it the top of B.
Yeah. Darwin's Game, C.
Yeah, C tier.
Like the song,
Below each.
visuals are unremarkable. God of High School. I didn't
I,
really like this.
I like the song, but it was just the visuals are okay. Bottom of B.
I would have said below that. I would have said because I like Darwin's Game song a lot more.
Okay, so below Darwin's Game then.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that's
I
Japan
and
Sinks,
thinks yes.
but I didn't watch it. Decadence that had a good OP.
High B, low A.
I'd go low A.
Okay.
Fire Force season
Probably.
two.
Ooh, that had some good OPs.
I do not remember if I got to Torch of Liberty. Spark again was very good. Um, so it's up to you what you remember from Torch of Liberty, really.
High B, top of B.
Inferno is really fucking good. That's what's keeping season one so high.
Yeah.
Rent a Girlfriend, I believe.
I don't remember the OP very well for this one. Let's just put it in C tier. Low C tier, below Ishizoku.
Um, that looks like the incest one, isn't it?
No, that's Origairu.
Oh,
You're thinking of something else.
I am thinking of something else. Did you watch it?
No.
My Hero Season 4.
Yes. Where do you want to put this?
Uh, so I was a lot higher on Polaris than a lot of other people were. And then Starmaker was also very good.
Hmm.
I'm inclined to put it probably below 5 for Season 1.
Okay.
Great Pretender. I don't
High
think
B
that
tier.
I don't think that had a very good OP.
Oh no, it was the ED I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't think it had a particularly good OP. Um, Let me see if I can get the name of the song up at least. See
I
if
think
I.
it's just all instrumental.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. Yeah, it's just GP by the by Yutaka Yamada, which I'm willing to guess is the sound guy. Yeah, I'm inclined to put it low B, high C.
Let's do low B.
It's forgettable at best. Bookworm season 2, maybe. Certainly a
I don't
Bookworm
remember it.
season. Food Wars season 5, probably.
Didn't watch it.
ReZero season 2 part 1, I would take a guess at.
Yes. A tier.
Burn A tier.
Let's put it below Decadence. Golden
Golden
Kamuy
Kamuy
season 3.
season 3. Uh, this is all you
This
because
is
I
Man
haven't
with a
watched the
Mission.
anime. Oh, it's a Man with a Mission. That does take it up. Man with a Mission is very good.
Let me see. I think that so. I think all of the OPs are Man with Mission, but I could be wrong.
It's very
Oh no,
possible.
this one's Fomare.
Oh,
Season 1 was this one was still good though. A tier.
where are we going in
Question
A
is
tier?
where in A tier.
Because A tier is getting quite full up.
Okay, let's put it at the bottom of A tier for now.
What was it? Oh yeah. Okay. Uzaki-chan. Didn't watch it.
D tier.
Ooh.
D tier. I don't remember much of the at all, but it was very generic.
Don't recognize that.
Um, which one is it? Ah, yes. Super HS Karos. I don't remember it at all.
Um, so I'm just checking to see if whatchamacallit, Moriarty's second whatchamacallit, second chorus on here at all.
So I think it's limited to 2020 stuff and earlier.
But if it's
The
not
the
there, I'd
latest
say
thing I see on here,
yeah, but
latest things I see on here,
Exarm and Horimiya are here, and Ramune and Skate. So I think there is some
the
2021
latest
stuff
things
there.
I see on here are from the winter 2021 lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm feeling wasn't Moriarty winter 2021? Was it later?
Season 2 of Moriarty was spring.
Right. Okay. Okay. Considering it's not on here, then I think we should consider both Moriarty OPs.
Okay.
And
Second one was really good.
both Moriarty OPs were really fucking good.
Mm.
Not quite as good as the EDs if I remember, but still very good. So I'd be putting them quite high up in A tier.
Look, lots of OPs are really good.
Yeah,
You just gotta live with that.
I would say above 5 for season 1.
Ooh, that high, huh?
No, I really liked Moriarty's OPs and EDs.
Mm.
Kimono Jihen.
B tier.
I'd say high B tier, yeah.
Well, let's put it below Fire Force and Bacarina.
I'd say it's better than Bacarina.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we get those smooth Daisuke Ono voice.
Yeah.
I don't know
That one happens to be that's Tonikawa, dude.
No, I mean the one that I put in don't know. I know Tonikawa,
Oh,
and I'm saying yes.
yes, perfect.
Tonikawa's was really fucking good. I love Tonikawa's. That's Standing with a
That's
Million
all you.
Lives. I do not remember this at all.
Yeah, I don't remember it at all.
I watched it, but I don't remember it. Iwakakuru's. What do I remember from that? Nothing.
I vaguely remember this. I think like
Warlords of
the
Siegfrieda, I think it is.
yeah, or was a Sacred Defa.
Do you remember anything from the OP?
I remember it was pretty decent. I'd say high C.
Alos Crusade, don't remember anything from that OP.
D tier OP. Let's
Ooh,
put in D because we barely remember it.
yeah.
Above Bookworm though. Akudama Drive though.
The OP was decent, but it wasn't as good as the show.
Fair. B tier.
I'd say low B tier, yeah. I'd put it above Great Pretender, but I wouldn't
Mm.
go any higher than that because as much as I do love Akudama Drive. I don't think the OP was great.
Mm.
Um, what the fuck be this?
Don't know. Don't remember it. Even if I did.
Jujutsu Kaisen, top of S tier.
S tier. Yeah. No. Easy.
Top,
I would put it below Daddy Daddy Do. Maybe. Nah. No.
I'm
Top of S
sorry,
tier.
no. The
Top of
the
S tier.
mixture of Kakai Kitan and Vivid Vice, no.
Fine. You're right. Tomozaki. I'd say high B tier.
Above Fire Force?
Above Five Force.
Uh,
Actually, no. I'd put it below Kimono Jihen.
cool. Uh,
Don't remember Baki.
Baki. Beastar Season 2. I don't remember much from
A
the
tier.
visuals, but I do remember that the song is good. I don't think it's better than the first seasons, but I think it's still
I'd
probably
put
is
it
A tier.
mid A tier. Um, below Dorohedoro.
Yeah.
Lime
Slime
Sky.
season. That's Slime. Is that Slime Season 2 or Season 1?
Season 2, Part 1.
But again, Season Part 2 isn't here, so we should be considering Season 2 as a whole. Um,
Both Season 2 LPs are pretty damn good.
Part 2 was better than Part 1, but Part 1 was still pretty good.
At worst,
I'd be putting it in A tier. There are a lot of really good OPs.
yep.
Uh,
Where in A tier question?
like Flames is so good, is the thing.
Yeah.
Storyteller is good. I'd say above Onegai Muscle, but below Bofree.
Fair enough.
Heaven's Design Team, that was a good OP.
Yep. A tier again.
Yeah. I'd say below
I
Slime, but above Onegai Muscle.
hmm. High Rise Invasion, no. Redo, hell no.
Skate.
Put it where you
I
want.
gave this OP of the year as a thing. Actually, runner up to OP of the year. Let me think. There, between Vinland and Doctor Stone season 1.
Oh damn.
Skate's OP was really fucking good. Ramune, that was me.
Ah.
Yeah. Said above Somali. Actually, bottom of B. It had the Condiments Crying Girl in it.
Ew.
Yeah. Food Wars, don't remember anything.
Same.
Horimiya. Horimiya's OP was quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Horimiya's OP was quite good. I don't think it was better than Kimono Jihen's,
Mm.
from what I remember of them. But that could be my bias for Kimono Jihen coming in. What do you think?
Possibly. I'd put it above Commodity Hands personally.
I will agree with you then. Just above.
Just above.
Talentless Nana.
Hmm, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, it's a fairly good one. I'd say high B tier. Above Bacarina.
Dog Stone Season 2.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was a good one. That was a really good one. I really liked Stone Wars'. What was it? Rakuen by Fuji Fabric. That's it, yeah. I'd be putting that above Season 1's, honestly. But below Skate.
Okay.
ReZero.
ReZero Season 2 Part 2. The thing with the ReZero Season 2 OPs is that they don't show up a lot, so
Yeah,
I don't.
that's what I was gonna say. They don't show up much, do they?
I'll put it right next to Season 1's OP, right above it. Not Season 1. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Um, what is this? I don't
Eighth
recall.
Son. The OP for this one actually slapped kind of hard, but the animation was still pretty mediocre, so I can't put it higher than B.
Low B then.
Yeah, I'd say above Great Pretender.
Wonder Egg. I remember going back and forth on the OP song.
Yeah.
I think I'm fourth at the moment. I think it was quite a good song. I'm not sure. I like the song. I just don't know how well it fits for an OP.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so my instinct is probably mid B.
Mm.
I'd say probably below Baccarina.
That's fair.
Cells at Work,
Oh,
Black.
I don't remember this one.
No, neither do I. So we'll just put in don't know. Cells at Work Season 2.
Nah,
Don't.
that ain't me, fam.
Uh,
Angel Beats. That's a good one. I don't remember where to put it though. Probably low A tier. Bottom of A tier for now.
bottom of it here. Ashoka Tensei.
B tier. Above Great Pretender.
Other Side Picnic. Did have a decent song. Did have quite a good song because it was what was it? Chico with Honeyworks.
Yes.
I can't remember the visuals very much. In fact, I remember watching the OP at one point and going, "Hang on, have they changed anything?" And then going, "Oh no, it's just because I don't remember anything from this OP." So I don't think the visuals were great, is what I'm saying.
That averages out to a B tier basically.
Yes.
Question is where.
Yeah. What do you remember from Other Side Picnics OP?
I remember the song slaps fairly well.
The song was pretty good. Yeah, I do remember the song well. As I said, it's a
I'd
case of
say
the visuals not being great from what I
say
remember.
below Bacarina.
All right.
Now, well, how are you gonna rate Hello Hello?
Even if the visuals weren't X-Arm terrible, the fucking song wasn't that good.
Yeah,
I believe that's Higurashi.
didn't see it. A Pyroramon though.
Pyroranmas was real fucking good.
High A or low S?
High A. I'd put it above Vinland Saga, but below B stars.
Mm. Not bless. I do not remember in the slightest.
No, neither do I. I don't remember anything from it, so I'm gonna go low C tier.
Are you sure you want to give it that much benefit?
I'm willing to bet it's better than most of D tier. I just don't remember anything from it, so it can't go any higher than low C tier.
Mm. I mean, I feel the same way about Asteroid, but I'd put it above Noblesse.
I'm just gonna very quickly search up Noblesse, see if I remember Breaking Dawn by Jae-jung. Now, I don't remember that song at all. At all. Gleipnir. Didn't watch enough. I don't think I even got to the OP.
Mm.
What's that? That looks like car and bullshit.
DxD
Is that
is High
Nisekoi?
School DxD.
Oh, DxD.
No,
DxD.
I
Sorry,
think
I
there are
saw a
a couple
blonde girl
DxD
and thought
LPs on here.
Chitoge, okay?
Yeah, there are like 3 or 4 High School DxD LPs on here, and I don't know which is which. And it's been so long since I've watched it that I don't recall the OPs.
Do you want to just put them in don't know then?
Yeah, let's just put all of them in don't know.
No Game, No Life. Remember that OP?
Yes, it was pretty damn good. I'd say A tier.
Okay. We got 3 rows of A tier now.
Yep, we do. Bottom of A tier though. This is Prison School. I've never watched this.
Yeah.
Same with Jibby 8s. Never watched it.
Cromartie's High School. I don't remember the OP enough. I've watched episodes from it and it's hilarious, but I don't remember the OP. Berserk 97.
Nope.
Black Lagoon.
Black A tier. Below Doctor.
Which Dr. Stone?
Both of them.
Both of them. Tiger and Bunny. I don't remember the OP from this.
It's a good one. I'd say I'd put it above. I'd put it above Onagamas. Don't know this one.
Above which one?
Above Onagamas.
Oh, Onagai Muscle. One. I'm fairly sure that's like one of the daddy-daughter incest ones.
Oh God, please no.
Or maybe it's Spice and Wolf. I can't remember.
No, it's not Spice and Wolf.
Spice and Wolf isn't what I'm thinking of. Then there's obviously there's like 2 really. Is it Usagi Drop?
Oh God, it might be Usagi Drop.
Is it Usagi Drop? I'm now curious. It is Usagi Drop. How does Usagi Drop have an 8.39?
Because it caught off well for the manga.
Oh, okay. How does the manga have a 7.23?
Because some people are idiots. Daily Lives of High School Boys. I don't recall the OP on this one.
Nope. JoJo Season 1.
If this is both Phantom Blood and Bloody Stream, this is
I believe it is.
Oshino Sadame and Bloody Stream. This is A tier, at least. Question is where. I'd say either high A or low S.
Do you think it's better than Beastar Season 1?
Right below Beastar Season 1.
Beastar Season 1 is such a good gatekeeper for S.
It is. I don't recognize this next one.
I think that's Panzer's Girl.
Girls in Panzer? Never seen it. I don't know which DxD opening this is, and I don't remember any of them. Alright, Garu, no. I don't recognize this one.
I think this is part 1 of JoJo's Stardust Crusaders.
Oh yes, that one was good. I mean, both Stardust Crusaders OPs are really good.
Are we sticking them up with Season 1 then?
So I would stick. So I actually like the second Stardust Crusaders OP even more, but the first one I'd put right above Season 1.
Above Season 1, and then the second one.
Second one is just a few down from it.
Yeah, I've got the second one.
I put it in S tier. Right below Tonikawa.
Yep. Uh, I think that's Berserk 2016.
Haven't seen. No, that's the Golden Age arc movies.
Ah, okay. Well, still.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Food Wars,
Food
but
Wars.
remember Steins Gate. It's been so long since since I watched the OP.
Is that Mod DXD?
I don't even recognize this one.
Is that one
Yeah,
Nisekoi?
that's Dick. No, that's DXD. No, I was thinking of the next one. The next
Oh,
one I don't recognize.
yeah. That one might be
No,
Shimoneta. I think that's Shimoneta, but I've not watched any of it really.
don't recognize this one. Oh no, sorry, Gyru. Still though. Haruhi, no. This
Season
one
1
is
of Ass Class. Now, I have opinions on the Ass Class OPs, which are thus.
they're
Season
good.
1's, the songs are decent, the visuals aren't great. Season 2, the songs are great, the visuals are great.
Okay. So what season is this?
This is season 1.
Okay.
I'd be putting that low B.
Okay, where in B?
Let's say above Great Pretender.
Okay.
Season 2's, I'm honestly I'm honestly
Whatever you
wrestling.
want to.
I'm honestly wrestling with putting it in S tier
Ooh.
because I love Question and I love Bye Bye Yesterday. Bye Bye Yesterday nearly makes me cry at times,
Mm.
depending on what kind of mood I'm in.
Put it in S tier then.
Just that moment where like Koro Sensei is waving goodbye and then Nagisa turns and he's gone.
Ah.
Yeah,
Shit.
that just gets me. Uh, what the fuck be this?
Haruhi again.
One Punch Man
One
season
Punch
1.
S tier.
Yeah,
Question is where in S tier?
I want to put
I
it
put it
below
above
Tonikawa.
Tanikawa. Uh, I want to put it above Tanikawa.
I think the uniqueness of Tonikawa's song just puts it ahead.
Fine. I'll accept that. This one I don't recognize. Is
No,
this Blackjack?
might be Blackjack. Konosuba. Remember anything?
Don't remember it. Nope. Erased? Nope. Don't know this one.
My Hero season 1.
Don't remember this one particularly well. I'll leave this to you.
Let me remember. It was the porno graffiti one. I remember that much. I don't quite remember the song because it was the one. It was a song that I wasn't able to get hold of for a while. The Day. That's it. It was a good OP, but it didn't. It never really got as high as the other OPs.
Maybe B, high B tier, top of B.
I'd say middle of B. Actually, would I?
Oh,
I'd definitely say
I'd
below
say
Kimono Jihen.
okay. That's fine. Let's put it there then.
Yeah. Part 4 of
JoJo Part
JoJo's.
4. Easy A. Question is where in A? Because there's 3 different OPs.
Do you want to just stick it with the rest of the JoJo's OPs?
Yes. Let's put it between season 1 and Stardust Crusaders.
Food Wars. ReZero
Nah.
Season 1.
There were 2 OPs for season 1 and both are very good. A tier. I'd say below Black Lagoon. Below Fire Force.
Mob
Oh shit,
Season
Mob
1.
Psycho. S tier.
Now, is Season 2 here? I don't think it is.
2 is here. Season 2 is here.
It is? Where?
I see it. It's near
Oh,
the
there
bottom
it
of the
is.
list.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Okay, then. But yes, S tier. But,
Where in S? I'd say below the Kaguya OPs, but above everything else.
yeah. I do not know what the fuck that is.
Do I? I don't recall Tanya the Evil or Konosuba again.
My Hero Season 2. which was, let's remember the names, P-Sign and Sora ni Utaiba.
I remember those ones being pretty damn good.
P-Sign was good, Sora ni Utaiba was better. I would say above
A tier?
season 4's, honestly.
Mm.
Um,
Let's go with below Moriarty or above?
I'd say either just above. I don't think it's better than 5-4. So it's what side of ReZero season 1 you want to put it?
Let's put it above ReZero.
Do not recognize that.
Made in Abyss, have not watched that one. Or don't recall it.
Is that Gal as a girlfriend?
Yes, my girlfriend is Gal. That's D tier. Let's put it in D tier.
Okay, I didn't know you'd watched it.
I regret having done so. All that needs said on the matter. We'll just put it above X-Arm and call it a day.
Cool. Overlord.
Overlord, I don't remember it.
King's Game the animation. You put King's Game in here.
There are so many better OPs. Jesus Christ.
So many better shows.
Blend S. That's a fun bop. Let's put it in B tier.
Where are we going in B tier?
Let's go with below Akudama Drive. I remember none of the
No.
OPs for Soma.
I don't remember much from Agretzko. It's been a while since
Now,
I've watched it.
Universe, easy A tier.
Where are we putting place further than the universe? Which is on my catch-up list. I will get to it eventually.
Just below Fire Force. Okay, Devilman Crybaby, I don't like the anime, but the song is a banger.
I'm trying to remember
Just
it.
don't know where to put.
I will leave it up to you. I don't remember enough from it.
I
might
really
have
only know
skipped
the
it,
song.
honestly. So
I only know the song, so let's just put it in B tier and call it a day. Let's put it top of B tier.
never.
Now is this going to come with?
Never
No, season. Oh, this is season 1.
Yeah. So this is Man with a Mission.
And with S tier. S tier.
I think this is the fullest we've ever had an S tier.
I mean, a lot of these songs are fucking legendary.
Yeah. Where are we putting Man with a Mission?
Right above One Punch Man.
That's actually where I was thinking. Lupin the Third.
Don't know which part this is, but it's not one I've watched.
Do you want to just say it's for the part that we've actually watched?
Sure, why not?
This is our arbitrary rules we can make.
Let's go with B tier then.
Yeah.
High B tier. Above or below Kimono G?
I'd say below.
Okay. Hero
Aka Season 3, that had 2 really, really good OPs, even if some people didn't like the first one because they're uncultured.
Yes.
Because it was Odd Future and Make My Story, both of which were good.
A tier?
Yes.
A tier is fucking stacked.
A tier is the most stacked we've ever had it. I'd say above Moriarty. Would you put it above Black Lagoon?
No, Black Lagoon is fucking great.
Okay, put it between Black Lagoon and Moriarty then.
Don't recall Baki.
Slime Season 1. Now. I'm trying to remember Season 1's OPs. Because we had Nameless Story and we had Meguro Mono. Nameless Story was really good. I don't think I particularly liked the second one.
The second one was fine.
I think the
I
first
think.
one was probably low A tier level. I don't think that. I think the second one was probably low B tier level. If I was to take a
So
wild
let's
instinctive
average it
stab.
out. High beer. High B.
Yeah.
Let's go with below Kimono Jihen.
Steins Gate probably 0, or the OG.
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know this one.
More DXD, more
Don't
Soma.
recall it. Hmm.
Megalobox.
Megalobox, really good.
Again, because there's no Megalobox Season 2, we can put both of them together there.
Oh, if we're doing both, this is high A tier. I'd say above. I'd say above both Doctor Stone and Bees. Well, this is Doctor Stone.
Bunny Girl Senpai. The song was an absolute banger.
Hmm. Are we saying high A or low S?
Let's say low S. Let's say bottom of S. That song
Sounds
was
good to
such
me.
a banger. Death Note.
Don't recall this one.
Don't
I
even
find the
know what
lack of
that is.
yeah. Oh, this is Pet.
So don't. Oh, Grand Blue. Grand Blue Dreaming.
Uh, JoJo's Part 5.
Part 5 had some pretty good OPs.
I seem to recall I enjoyed the first one more than the second one, but I don't think I really got much of the second one.
I'd say low A at worst.
Bottom
I
of
think
A?
high A though. Yeah, let's have it at the very bottom of A. Golden
Uh,
Kamuy Season 2.
mhm.
What do you think? Wait, you don't know this one.
No, I'm manga only for Golden Kamuy at the moment.
A tier.
Where in the 4 rows of A tier are we putting it? Or are we making
I'd
a new
say,
5th row for it?
uh, let's put it between ReZero and Hero Aka Season 2. I think the next one is a Sobi Asabase or something.
Yes.
I don't recall that one.
Work Season 1. Zombieland
Season 1 had a
Saga.
pretty good OP.
Oh,
What?
did you watch Cells at Work Season 1?
Yeah, Season 1 had a pretty good OP. I'd say like mid B tier.
Mid B tier.
I'd put below Bakurina.
Low Bacarina.
We don't have Zombieland Season 2 on here, but
Again, we'll cover both of them then. Season 1's
S tier.
I think was better than Season 2's, but they're still both very good. Yes.
S tier. Above or below JoJo?
I'd say above, but I have also haven't really watched JoJo, so
Fair enough. No, I agree though. Goblin Slayer's alright. I'd say C tier.
God, C and D are so like empty compared to the others.
I think part of that's because a lot of the stuff that would have gone C and D tier is in the IDK tier.
Yeah, because we don't remember them.
Exactly.
There are shows in here that I've watched, I just don't remember them.
Exactly.
If we had
Now,
more
I know it's
time,
cool.
I would plug in earphones and I would actually watch the OPs, but we don't have that time.
Yeah. Yeah, Goblin Slayer, I'd say top of C tier. Top of S.
Yeah. No arguments. One Punch Man Season 2.
B tier. Not that bad of an OP, honestly.
Where are we putting in B tier?
Let's put it below Akudama Drive. Skip it, Isekai Quartet.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Now, Demon Slayer
It-
Season 1's OP was good, it just got old. Because
Yeah.
watching the same OP for what, 24, 26 episodes? It
26
gets
episodes.
old. I don't care how
Yes.
good of a song Gorenge was, it just got old.
Mm-hmm.
Akeboshi
However-
was a superb song. And the Aimer one was also very good. I'm inclined to say near the top of
High
A
A
tier. I would say high A.
I'd say just below B stars.
Yes. God, I'm so... That's Magical Senpai.
Yep. We're
So
done. We are done.
there we go. In the space of about, what, 40 minutes?
Half an hour. Yeah, 40,
45 minutes. We've ranked all 159 openings, even if we did stick quite a few of them in Don't Know.
I think we stuck like a third of them and don't know.
Yeah.
At
Again,
least.
as we said, like, some of these, we have watched them, we just don't remember them.
It's been a while, and songs don't stick in your head if you don't play them enough.
So what I will do is I will put Don't Know / Don't Remember.
Mm.
Because I think that's a good way of categorizing this tier. There's a mix of we don't know them or we just don't remember them, which is an indictment in of itself. But some of these we just didn't watch very many times.
Some of these were just like so long ago that our memories faded,
Yeah,
and they weren't quite like high tier bangers enough for us for that to stick in our head properly.
but yes. S tier, as you said, as full as we've ever seen it, but no OP beats Mob Psycho Season 2. Except for,
No
I'm
OP.
sure, Mob Psycho Season 3.
If Mob Psycho Season 3 has a better OP than Season 2, I will be just on the fucking floor.
It would be a hell of an accomplishment. I'm not gonna like be upset if it doesn't manage it because Jesus Christ, that's like improving on perfection. But like, because yeah, 99.9 is just so good. If you haven't
Honestly,
seen it, fucking watch it.
Every single OP in S tier, except for with the sole exception of Ass Class, which I haven't seen the anime of. I have gone on my way to listen to it outside of the actual episodes of the anime.
Tell you what I'll do. I will give you 3 minutes to watch both Ass Class OPs.
Ah, Mill. No, come on, man.
No, I'm not. When I say I'm giving you 3 minutes, I mean I'm searching for it, and I will send you the link.
Ah.
I'm not going to make you go look for them. That would be cruel. That would be cruel. That's the one. That's question. And then copy a link. Oh, not that. Window. That's the second one. As I said, both are so good.
Okay, then. I'll give them a listen later on.
But yeah, that is everything. Let me.
Be sure to save both of the tier lists, by the way.
Yep, I'm saving them. Go, that's both of them saved. And I will make sure to tweet those out as well.
Mm-hmm. Man, we have so many in the IDK tiers on both.
Yeah. See what the community ranked. The community put Jujutsu Kaisen up top.
Understandable.
Where's Mob Psycho Season 2? This angers me. This angers me.
Where is
B,
it?
right in the middle of B.
That is blasphemy.
This angers me a lot.
Blasphemy.
This angers me so much.
Okay, I can agree with most of the S tier stuff, but I do not agree with Mob Season 2 being in B tier. That is just blasphemy. of the highest order. Oh, season 1 OP is near the top of A tier too.
I do not
I think it's
agree
just
with
because
this.
not
I don't
enough people
care.
have watched Mob Psycho.
I
Not
don't
enough
care.
people have watched it.
And yet more people watch Ishizoku reviewers. Watch
Ishizoku
Tower of
reviewers
God.
Why? Humanity truly has declined. Okay, let's see the protagonist one. Let's see how that panned out.
Oh, I closed that window.
I'm looking right now. Okay, so the top tier, the God tier, has Edward Elric, Gon, Saitama, Luffy, as well as Light and Aaron. Okay,
Nice.
some people have shit face.
Yeah.
Mob's in S tier, as he should be, as is Deku. Hanjiro and Naruto, really? Why the fuck is Guts in B tier?
And Subaru.
Yep.
At least now Fumi's in C.
Yes. He should be lower,
Should
though.
be lower for his crimes, but you know.
At least your most hated.
You're not gonna like that. Look where Vash is.
What? Wow, that's just disrespectful.
And Haruhi from Oren is in trash. What the fuck?
Some people just have no taste.
Yeah. The fact that Boruto didn't even make it into Boruto tier.
That's disappointing. Meliodas should not be as high as C.
No.
Spike should not be as low as C. That is just disrespectful.
At least
Monica, what the fuck is wrong with people?
At least Bone Daddy's still in C.
He's just at the opposite end of C from where we had him.
But anyway, yes, that is the stream. That is everything. In terms of future stuff, Thursday, more Ace Attorney. Fingers crossed we'll finally be able to close this case.
Hopefully.
We've gotten to the point where our client isn't confessing anymore, so that's good.
That's a positive.
So we don't have to worry about that much. Saturday, Valentine's adjacent day special. Love polygons and complicated relationships. Wait, does this mean we get to talk about domestic girlfriend? You picked this topic. You have to suffer through it. So that's Saturday. Sunday is more D&D. We're off on a job for Oryx, and then next Tuesday, I'll be there. I can't guarantee anyone else's attendance, apparently.
Sorry.
So I'm just gonna change mine from me and Fuzzy will be doing something to I'll be doing something. Maybe I'll have somebody with me. Maybe somebody else will be playing something while I watch. I don't know. This is all very chaotic for me. All I know is I'll almost certainly be there unless I have something incredibly important to do. And even then, I'll probably put it off for a couple of hours.
Yes. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Later.